First of all, the SQ has no jurisdiction in our territory. They're in the province of Quebec. We're situated within the province of Ontario, but even despite that, the OPP in Ontario has no jurisdiction in our territory. So upon calling our own police, I find out that nothing, in fact, is happening in our community. And I know that the SQ came out later and issued a statement saying it was erroneous, but was it really, is what my question is, or were they just trying to cause alarm, both within our community, amongst the people who are involved in the tobacco industry, and out in the mainstream? I think that they should issue an apology to us, and and they should indicate their true reasons for doing that.
Well, first and foremost, the SQ is lying. They're misleading, and it's false what they're saying, because of the fact that first and foremost, Kahnawake supports the idea of the industry itself here. And looking at it in broad scale, there are no criminal gangs here. Nothing going on as far as, because it was very clear in a statement. It says First Nations, First Nations criminal gangs, and there is no such thing as that, neither here or anywhere else that they mentioned Six Nations. Because I did talk to Grand Chief Eva Hill about this.
The way their press release was written, it was aligning that we are all like criminals and involved in organized crime. We're not involved in organized crime here in our community, and if they think we are, where are the studies and where are the statistics to prove that?
The 3 individuals that were charged with tobacco-related issues. Nothing to do with drugs, nothing to do with any of that stuff.
As a community, we don't want organized crime here. We would stand up against it to make sure that it doesn't come here.
We also, like outside authorities, the SQ, whoever it may be, don't want that here. So we've always been willing to cooperate with them to make sure that that's eliminated from amongst our people over here. And in general, our position again goes back to the fact that tobacco is our natural product. We've used that for centuries. Long before the European ever arrived here, we had tobacco. We used it ceremoniously. Later on, it became a commodity. It was used for trading, with other nations, as well as with the Europeans that came here. They co-opted that. They took that. They made it their product, and here we are now. A couple of centuries later, all of a sudden it's illegal for us to have tobacco. Even down to the raw stuff and to produce our own product. So they've completely taken it over and made it illegal for us to participate. And actually what they've done is, what this is about really is about taxes. That's what it's about.
And I agree, I think, with Grand Chief Norton saying that it's just a taxation issue. Like the government is coming down on us and saying, they see that they're losing all this money in tax revenue, and that's what this is all about. So why don't they just be upfront about it and and say what it's really about? And why don't we try and sit down together and work together on this instead of, you got a police force who already has a bad reputation with Indigenous people in this country, putting out statements like that, which is just inflaming the situation even more.
Well, it's no different than what happened hundreds of years ago when our people produced the product and used it in trade and commerce types of activities. And whatever happened at that time happened, whatever the products that were traded. Today it's money. Today it's sold to individuals who want to take it, and how they're using it, whether they're paying their taxes and all that, is none of our business. That's up to them. In Kahnawake, it's legal for us, what we're doing. Actually working on putting together the various policies and rules and regulations to make sure that it operates properly and that we're under some sort of law, and it's our law. And very clearly, we don't collect taxes for anybody. We don't submit taxes for anybody.
Even though they have the fiduciary responsibility to provide funding to us, they continue to cut back, and they don't want to. They want us to pay tax. Well, we're not tax collectors for the federal government. We don't tax our people. We have tax immunity, and we will never do that. The tobacco industry in our community is not illegal. It is something that we have the inherent right to do. We also feel that we have the inherent right to trade amongst our brothers, especially our other Iroquois communities. And in fact, all of the Iroquois communities, the elected councils, have signed a protocol to say that let's look at how we can do trade amongst each other. And it's our position that we have the inherent right to trade with each other without interference from foreign governments.
The media reports it out there, sensationalizing it, not questioning the source, the authority, just, verbatim saying this is what happened, that's what's going on out there. This is what Kahnawake is about, this is what's happening in Six Nations. In general, painting Native people with that same brush, saying we're all involved in illegal activities, we're all avoiding taxes and all of that. That's a bunch of BS. We can't stand for that, and we won't stand for that.